Midori strikes again. I have talked extensively about Midori and her leaks in the past. I talk about her a lot on New RPG News because basically, as far as I'm concerned, nowadays, leaks are the way that you get information. It used to be, carefully curated news and magazines that you would read back in the day. Now it is leaks from people who actually work at these studios. Previously, Midori would pretty much just focus on Sega and Atlas leaks. She correctly, accurately leaked about Persona 3 Reload, Persona 5 Tactica, Persona 5X, the Tactica DLC, Persona 3 Reload's expansion pass, the answer being added. All that stuff was completely accurate. She so far has a 100% perfect track record. And lately, though, she's been kind of expanding into other news, into other companies. She made a leak about Nintendo that I reported on, I think last week actually, and now she's leaking about Square Enix. Yeah, let's check out this tweet right here. It says, "A few months back, I heard some rumblings from a source that Square Enix brought on a team to improve Steam Deck compatibility for these ports, the ports being the Kingdom Hearts ports that I went over yesterday. They weren't 100% sure about the validity at the time, but they did mention that June or July would be the potential release date, so I do believe it." Madori then chimes in, "I heard something similar a few months ago too, but I didn't believe the information at the time. In February, somebody sent me a message about Missing Link, Kingdom Hearts 4, and the Steam ports, but I did not know the source at the time. But it is looking like their information is correct, but I was not familiar with the Kingdom Hearts series." This, I think, is what sets Midori apart from some different leakers, insofar as she just doesn't just leak everything and anything that comes her way. She really kind of tries to vet this information and make sure that it is as accurate as possible. She didn't know the source, and she wasn't familiar with the Kingdom Hearts series, so she just kind of slept on it. But now that she sees that the source is accurate, she's like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and release everything that this source sent me. And there is a lot here. There's Dragon Quest news, there's Final Fantasy news, there's more Kingdom Hearts news. There's a lot of stuff that Midori is going to go on about here. So let's continue reading. They say, well, what did they say? They said that the Steam ports were in development since last summer. So yeah, these have been going on for a year now. So the company named Bitgroove is working on Missing Link, and the next beta test would be in April. Kingdom Hearts 4 has some small online features, and it looks like it's very different from the first trailer. The code name is Quattro. Let's talk about Missing Link. I personally was not aware of what Missing Link is, so I went and I did a little bit of research on that myself, and I just want to clue you in on what that is. So this was officially announced back in April of 2022 at the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary event, and it is a mobile game. They did have a closed beta test back in 2023 in Japan only, and then another closed beta test in Japan, United Kingdom, and Australia. So far, we don't actually have a release date for this or anything else. All we know is that this is a mobile game in the Kingdom Hearts universe. Now, she goes on. She says, the entire series and Kingdom Hearts 4 might come to the next Nintendo hardware over to Switch 2. Also, more outside IP collaboration is planned for Kingdom Hearts series in the future. So that could be in regards to something like Smash Brothers with Nintendo. It could be a new Kingdom Hearts spin-off game. Maybe in a mainline Final Fantasy game, there might be some Kingdom Hearts characters coming in. Or it could be in relation to the movie that we know that Disney is planning. That Disney is planning a Kingdom Hearts movie that I reported on about a month ago or so. So yeah, there could be all sorts of different things. I would like to know what y'all think that is in relation to. Midori goes on. The same source also mentioned that there was not a Final Fantasy X remake in development, but they did confirm multiple Dragon Quest projects and a Dragon Quest IX remake. Okay, so we already knew about the Dragon Quest IX remake. That was leaked in the NVIDIA leak back in 2021, and we also know that there is a Final Fantasy IX anime coming out soon that should be announced any day now, really. We also know that there was Final Fantasy IX doodads and bonuses and things like that in the Final Fantasy XIV expansion that is coming out very shortly. So I think what they're going to do is that they're going to do some sort of Final Fantasy IX blast. Like, once that 14 expansion comes out and it has those Final Fantasy IX bonuses and everything, then that anime is going to be announced. Then the Final Fantasy IX remake is going to be announced, and it's all going to be like one big blast right then and there. And I think that would be so freaking amazing. Like, I would just die. Like, this summer is shaping up to be absolutely fantastic. You got Visions of Mana, you have a new Trails game, Trails Through Daybreak, and it looks like we're going to be getting an announcement of Final Fantasy IX remake as well. Now, we've heard some other rumblings about Final Fantasy IX Remake, some other leaks as well. They have said it's not going to be action. They have said it's not going to be some multi-part affair. They have said that it is going to be turn-based as well. So this is going to be a remake in the same vein of the normal game, you know, so don't expect anything too off the wall here. They might add an extra character, or they might add extra areas or something like that, like they normally do in a remake, but it shouldn't be anything too, you know, crazy or anything. Probably extra bonus bosses or backgrounds or things like that, you know, maybe extra ATBs, all that kind of stuff. Then they said multiple Dragon Quest projects. This is what really excites me. So we already know that there is Dragon Quest III HD out there. We know that there's Dragon Quest XII out there. We also know that Dragon Quest Monsters 3 was a success. It sold over 1 million copies. It was a low-budget game, and it sold really high. So that is a success. So maybe one of those Dragon Quest projects could be another Monsters game. It's obviously 3 HD and 12. It could also be porting those Dragon Quest games over to Steam. In yesterday's video, I was talking about, you know, where's Dragon Quest? We're getting Kingdom Hearts now. We have all the Final Fantasy games over there. We even have all the Mana games over there, you know? But we only have Dragon Quest spin-offs. Why don't we have mainline Dragon Quest? She didn't just say there's a couple Dragon Quest games in progress, or she didn't just say, oh, there's just those 2 Dragon Quest games in progress. She said there's multiple Dragon Quest games in progress. So I'm very excited about this. Then it goes on. They say, for the first thing that you mentioned, do you mean collaborations within in the Kingdom Hearts games, like Nier or Dragon Quest in the Kingdom Hearts projects? And then she said Kingdom Hearts and other IPs that are not only from Square Enix. That's where I got maybe it's the Disney movie. That's where I got maybe it is, it could be like Smash Brothers with Nintendo or something. It could be all sorts of different things that they could be going on now that Square Enix is trying to go multi-platform and trying to really spread their wings out into different areas and really put themselves out there. So you never know where Kingdom Hearts could show up. You never know what is going to be happening, but we pretty much at this point have confirmation of the 9 remake. So worry not, that is here. We have pretty much confirmation of 3 HD coming, of 12 coming up. And also, guess what else is coming up? Guess what else? Dragon Quest Day. That's next week. That's the 27th. That's the anniversary of whenever Dragon Quest 1 was released. And every single year on Dragon Quest Day, they do a big celebration and they talk about what's going on in the Dragon Quest series. So I think that we're going to hear more about Dragon Quest 3 HD, more about Dragon Quest 12, obviously, on Dragon Quest Day. But I think that we're probably going to also hear about ports to PC on Dragon Quest Day as well. So this is super exciting. I saw this news. Madori does not fail. She always comes through 100% track record, and I am stoked. Let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments, and have a good day.